All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get us started real quick. But we are back. The entire area I'm in is under a heat advisory right now, so what a better way to spend it than listening to some heat. But yeah, hello everyone. I am back after missing last week. I had my little event and internship. Needless to say, that event was quite fun. I enjoyed doing that stuff. But now we're back doing even more fun stuff. Yes, Borg. All right. But yeah, just to recap our queue, over here, we're starting with Extraner, then we have YWN, Memory, Chisnix, Sarai. You have another big collab from Boom, Lucid, Tenixity, Shodex, Silence, Spudsy, Hendown, and ending off with Cynic. Also, hi B-Boy. And also, speaking of B-Boy, there may or may not be something involving B-Boy tomorrow. I think tomorrow we're going to be posting the entire low quality B movie on Instagram. I'm just kidding. But yeah, definitely keep an eye out tomorrow because I might be involved with something. But yeah, all right. Let's go ahead and get started real quick. I'm gonna pull up my little metering thing right over here. All right. So we're going to start off with Repent by Extraner. All right. And what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to do a little bit of changing up here, but I'm going to be adjusting the master tempo so I can actually sync it. I love messing with the Discord bots and sending them the script for the B movie because they tweet the fuck out. You gotta love that. Real. All right. Enough yapping for me. Let me just make this big. I said make this big. Thank you. Let's go ahead and get right on started then.
It's not my fault.
Alright, let's see where this is gonna take us.
You leave me no choice. I'm sorry.
Definitely hearing some country normal influence there. This little intersection. Alright. Never abbreviate Code Pandorum. Yes. Worst mistake of all our lives. Alright. Yeah, definitely big Code Pandorum vibes over here. I feel like the snare could use a little more punch. The snare, especially, is giving off Code Pandorum vibes. I feel like it could be a little more punchy. Definitely slap on a like a Kilohertz Transient Shaper. What I usually like to do for snares, I'm just gonna put this straight on the channel. because I don't really have any other options, do I? Wait. I can't type. So, Transient Shaper. So, obviously, clip that shit. Turn up the attack. But also what's going to help with that attack is this pump knob, which is a feature that I've only seen in Killheart's Transient Shaper. So, and this is actually going to further accentuate your attack without messing with the attack. Makes it a lot more punchy. So I'm just going to grab a snare sample here. So let's see. How about I grab one of these? Actually, you know what? I'm going to grab one of the... Yeah, I think we can grab this one. So let's add a new track real quick. And then turn off input here. And then I'm going to cut this Transient Shaper, put it on this channel. And let's just loop this. Oh, so this is the dry one. Yeah, and then here we could play a little, play with the speed a little. Yeah, yeah. I think really that's it. My only criticism was to make the snare more punchy, but yeah, pretty much. Oops, I just destroyed everyone's ears. Oops, sorry. All right. Oh, what is this? I saw a notification saying we did it. What the fuck was that about? I have no idea what the hell just happened. I just saw it and we met some sort of goal for sure. I don't know what the hell it is though, so let me just... Yeah. Okay. Well, so much for that. I guess I could always look after the stream what the heck happened. But yeah. I really like the addition of your vocals. And the processing behind them is...
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Bitspeak, my beloved. But yeah. I really don't have any other words except that snare could definitely be a lot punchier. Because your kick, it, as usual, is very punchy. I just love that snare to match. Alright. So let me go ahead and pull up the tempo for the next one. Alright. So next up we have YWN with Feral. We're at 105 BPM. Yeah, let's see where this takes us.
Sounds, y'all little secret son. Oh! That's the stuff he likes. He likes that stuff. See? You see how happy he get? See how happy he get?
sick. If you do a second drop, I agree with Chisnick's, well, you said it feels more like Moomba with mid-tempo mixed in. I'd go for a full-on, like, Moomba drop for the second drop if you decide to do that. That'd be fucking sick, but this blew me away. Holy shit. Production for the most part is solid. I probably would turn down the bass maybe just a little bit. Either that or turn up everything else. But oh my goodness, yeah, this had me going feral. Now, and all this needs, just if you want to get a little goofy with it, is a bunch of random little John vocal shouts. Yeah. All right. All right, let me just get the tempo for this one now so I can sync it up. I think Bitwig tweaking, because there's no way this is 56. Hold on. Okay. I'm just going to revert to the default tempo. All right. So next up we have Memory with Idea 56. This has something to it. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's see if the tempo is actually 56. It doesn't look like it, but I think it read the title and said the tempo. So, yeah. All right, let's do it. All right, let's see where this is going. Ooh! There's a lot of mud going on down here. So that's what the notification was. All right, not bad. Yeah, the mud. There's a lot of mud in here. Definitely cleaned that up. The basses are definitely giving off like this, like ominous vibes. I think what I would do to those basses is maybe add a little bit more metallicness to it, whether it's like a comb filter or a really short delay, to really give it a little character and maybe a little bit more of a tail. And I would also consider playing with the octaves, because the flow is also giving off ominous vibes, and they like to play like go like an octave up. And I feel like this would actually go harder if you brought the basses up a full octave. So maybe play around with that. But other than that, it sounds pretty solid aside from the muddiness issue. It does get repetitive too. But I can tell this is in the pretty early stages. So yeah, I think there's some work to do, but hopefully I give you a few little tips that could potentially help you out with this. Yeah, good stuff, Memory. Glad to see you gradually coming back to music. Kind of miss listening to your stuff. All right. So let me just get the tempo. Let's go 140. And then here. All right. Next up, we have Chosnick's with Phoenix. Let's do it. reminds me of I think it's the Axel Boy and Rhiannon Rose collab on NSD Volume 7. And which, by the way, you can watch my review with Cynic and some other of the homies on NSD Volume 7 over on Cynic's YouTube channel. But I feel like with that song and also like this one, it has the same issues as that Never Say Die tune, where it feels like a bunch of Skrillex ideas just haphazardly put together. Like we start off with that like peekaboo kind of Skrillexy trap vibe. And then it goes into like techno. So and the transition yeah, I feel like at this point I just feel like the trap drop is out of place at this point because the rest of the drop is just techno. So yeah. I would probably go a little more consistent. And I definitely feel like you could definitely put some stuff in the background, like some percussion and stuff, just to keep it engaging a little, because it kind of drones on a little bit, I feel. Other than that, the structure, I do agree, is a little bit weird. I know you're trying to go for like some like weird polyrhythm stuff. And I'm all for it. I just feel like it could have been executed a little bit better. I don't really have experience with that stuff myself. I don't really have nearly as much ambition as you do, and I just make tear out, and that's about it. But I definitely feel like the main thing this needs is something to make it more cohesive. And also stuff to help keep the listener engaged. Which I do know is something we're kind of working on. But I think the production is solid behind this. It's just the idea is it's a bit too out there. And the ambition is just kind of, it's confusing. Like, I'd keep up what you're doing, but maybe make it a little less confusing. Yeah. Your main thing is just breaking up your own production and experimenting with it stuff. Yeah, I feel like a lot. That's basically what you've been sending me recently in a nutshell. It's a lot of experimental stuff, and I'm all for experimental stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like there's got to be some way to kind of make it more cohesive, like I said. So yeah, definitely work on the transitioning. I think that's the main thing. And other than that, yeah, that's all I can think of at this point. Like in terms of the mixing and the production, I found no issues. It's just the songwriting could use some work on that front. All right. Next up, we have Sarai with Calamity. Oh boy. And I think, let's see, Sarai is about to bless or curse our ears once again. So let me just grab the tempo. Oh boy, we are going 109 for tempo. This isn't really syncing up. Let's try 110. No. I can't find a tempo on this shit. So give me a sec. Okay, let's get rid of all this offset. 2 gigabytes of RAM on FL Mobile. This project is annoying to work with. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, let's see how this goes. Okay, so let's see. 110. 110 seems about right. All right, let's give it a listen. maybe one foot somewhere else in your front. Yeah, I think I can see why. That's what I've been asking after every single submission, Ren. The fact that Sarai is able to make this on a mobile DAW is absolutely fucking insane. The little whispers in the back just add so much to it. Alright, where are we going here? I have no words. Honestly, no words. Oh, that's nasty. I feel like if you put like a disperser on this, or I don't know if there's a way to do that on FL Mobile, but that would make it sound fucking disgusting. Alright. You know what? Just to test it out, this is probably gonna sound like absolute crap because I have no choice but to put on the master. But disperser. Yeah. Disperser makes this even just so much more disgusting. But yeah. Other than that, no fucking words, man. No fucking words. Like, the fact that you're able to do this on a mobile device is... How do you do it? Alright. And as if that wasn't enough, we have another big collab from Boom. I think last time they sent that Warzone collab. And now they have a collab with fucking Hoofy. We have Boom and Hoofy with Iblis Trigger. Let me go ahead. So it looks like 140. Let me just... Tempo... I see long silence at the end, so we'll just ignore that. But yeah. Oh, what's up, Tenexity? Good to see it. nuts. Yeah, obviously this is kind of a Modal Notes copy, but still very well done, I will say. I think if I had one, my only thing I could say is just a suggestion that sub could be a lot like chunkier, like using the kilohertz distortion bias method. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pull up a multipass real quick. Let's go, maybe set this band at like, let's go around, yeah, let's go 80 hertz. And then we're gonna put on a distortion. I'm gonna bias that shit. Yeah. Yeah, I think just put bias on that sub, and it's gonna be chunky as fuck. Alright. Alright, next up we have Lucibeth, Rogue Machine VIP. This was sent back to me back in April, but I would assume there's a bunch of revisions, so... And I don't remember what it sounds like anyway, so this will just be a refresher. So let's go... 118, I think 118 is the tempo, looks about right. Alright. Let's give this a whirl! Yeah, Lucid uses Oxy, and so does Potato Tot, I think.
Initialize login.
Temperatura like that one Code Pandorum song, Purpose? Yeah, I think Purpose is still Code Pandorum's best tune, and keep in mind, the stuff they're about to put out is insane. I think this is done. All right, see you, Sarai. Yeah, I think the only thing I suggested was with this like little intro section, I probably would have gone for more of like a more industrially type snare. But other than that, I think this is good as done. All right. Next up, we have Dirt Pony by Beast Boy, but it's been nixed by Tenixity. All right. I think it's been a while since I've had a Tenixity submission on here, so glad to see that you're coming back, Tenixity. Let's give this a listen.
I can make you eat dirt.
kick was
I
like
can make you eat
insanely
dirt,
stereo.
motherfucker.
So maybe do like I don't know if there's even any if the kicks even have any mono presence at all. Like, so not here.
I can make
Yeah, it completely sounds like there's like no phase correlation between the kick. Like it's just so stereo separate. Yeah. All right. But yeah, good stuff, Tenexity. Again, the only criticism I had was just part of the original track. All right. Next up we have Shodex and Eric's with hold on, give me a sec. Yeah. So let's go ahead. I got a little silly there because why not? All right, let's go ahead and give this a listen. It's been a while since you've submitted Shodex, so yeah. Oop. You probably can't see it on the camera, but the fork is grooving. I will say the drum selection is like perfect. Yeah, this definitely could be boosted quite a bit. The non-drum stuff needs quite a bit of boosting. It makes this stuff quiet. I mean, if you have a clean mix sound like that quiet, all that's left is to just drive it in the mastering phase. Ooh, tempo change. Yeah. I feel like this part could use a little more stuff going on. Hello, Boom. at this part. All right. I think this is actually my favorite submission from you, Shodex. I gotta say, the production is pretty solid. At this point, all it needs is, other than that snare, those snare fills that need leveling, it's, the production sounds very solid. I feel like with the growl in the first drop, I think it could use a little work, and I'm just gonna do a little growl sound design and show you what you can do. So I don't think you have Serum 2. Depends on, because this is desktop only, but let me just go ahead and grab one of these like spectral wavetables, and then we're just gonna, all right, so let me just set the tempo to, I think it's like 128 here. All right. Oh, and I gotta so let's go here. All right. So let's, and then from here, I'm gonna do a little bit of band passing, give it more of a resonant peak, drive it. And then I'm gonna play a little bit. Let's go phase distortion instead. Let's actually try a phaser filter. I've been using those on growls quite a bit. And then maybe a little bit of, let's distort it a little. And then more distortion, but this time downsampling it. And then OTT. But yeah, something like that could have been, I think, really just a little bit of peak movement. But other than that, yeah, I quite like this one. Nice stuff. All right, and then, all right, we have 4 to go. So let me just close the serum. But yeah, so next up we have Silence with Aerith. So let's go ahead. Let's go, I think this is part 140. Yeah, from the tempo. So let's go ahead. I'm going to extend this a little and then check if there's any more. Okay, it stops there. All right. All right, let's see what you got, Silence. Yeah. So the only things I have to say really is, one, I did a little EQ, as you saw earlier, where I'm just kind of cutting like the 200 hertz area because that a lot of like mud buildup happens there. I'm cutting it by like 4 dB. So let me just go here. So this is without. And this is with. Yeah, it sounds a lot cleaner. And the sub is able to really punch through a lot more when you do that. So, yeah. Other than that, I think one thing you can do with these vocals, a little suggestion for you is a very aggressive auto tune, like a very fast one, where it's like really snapping to each of the pitch, and you can hear it stepping to those. That's just a creative suggestion. You could definitely try that. I'd be curious to see how that sounds because obviously I can't put it on the whole track because otherwise it's gonna fuck the track. But yeah, nice stuff, Silence. All right. So next up we have we have 3 to go. We have Spudsy with Weepy Deepy. I love the Weepy Deepy. Best title. All right. Oh, did your tune cut out? No, it's just it's fine. I've been playing around with the tempo a lot with this stream, so sometimes it cuts stuff off just to sync with the tempo. So let's go. So it looks like 165 for this for the tempo here. And all right, let's go ahead. Let's see, Spudsy. I want that weepy deepy. This kind of does sound a little weepy deepy.
I got 200 seconds and I'm ready to go. I got 200 seconds and I'm ready to go.
I'm in disbelief from that. Holy shit. I think you've just created one of the very few exceptions to where a clean mix down would reign supreme because the dirty mix down here actually really works. And the sound design is, oh my goodness. Please finish this, Spudsy. Please. Please. All right. Next up, let me just get the tempo here. We're going 140 again. We have Hen Down with Magic Island. All right, let's go. I'm not a big fan of how sturdy that kick is, but this is nasty. There is also a lot of mud buildup, but that flow work is just crazy. I'm gonna wheel that a little just so I can get it. Yeah, I'm having to cut like around 220, like quite a bit. So, production issue. That's something for you to fix. main base, because there's definitely cut the mud. Yeah. So definitely cut the mud. You're definitely gonna need to do a little bit of EQing on each of the individual things because there's a lot of mud buildup as a result. But I love the idea. Just the production needs a little bit more polishing. But this is awesome. Once you fix that, this is gonna go off. All right, last tune of the night. Let me just get the tempo for this real quick. Okay, let's go 141. All right, last tune of the night. We have Cynic and Skylit with Who You Are. All right. And Cynic, I know you sent in DMs you wanted specific feedback on something. Let me just check what you needed. So give me a sec. Okay, so let me check our DMs. Okay, so let me write that down before I forgore, because I will forgore. All right. There we go. All right. Let's go ahead. Last tune of the night. Let's give it a listen. Definitely lacking high end, so I think main thing for the background is that something with like some high end in it. I don't know what exactly, but play around with that, I guess. Maybe this little arc in the background at the beginning, but just washed out. Good work.
not about your strength or your intelligence. It's who you are inside that matters most.
Yeah. All right. So, really, in terms of feedback, I think the background, in terms of the leads, they're fine. It's just you need something in the background that'll give you some high end because this feels very kind of it feels very warm, but like it's really lacking high end. And keep in mind with my headphones, I have the BT770 Pros from Bear Dynamic. Those headphones are notoriously bright. They are very bright. So if it sounds really dark on these headphones, oh boy, just to say the least, that it probably sounds really dark on everything else. Um, I think what you can really do is literally just maybe some noise sweeps to fill up that high end. But yeah, the writing's good. It just needs a little high end. But yeah, good stuff as usual. All right. And that's going to do it for today. So, cool transition. But yeah, again, I am working on music. And I also am aware that there is another feedback stream going on that is getting more attention. It's Cubic's feedback stream. I don't really have any in terms of options. I'm pretty much limited to like Saturday, like early afternoon in my time zone. Like that's the only other day I can do it. I'm probably gonna send a poll to see if that works out for y'all. Um, but yeah, in terms of like, because I know some of our normal feedback stream people are tuning into Cubic stream, and I don't really want to conflict with that. So I'll put it up as an option. But yeah, other than that, music is indeed in the works. And submissions are open for next week. Let me just clear the submission list I had. So let me just purge. Let's go. All right. All right. Submissions are open for next week. But until then, I guess I'll see you. So hope you all have a good night, or if it's morning where you are, have a good rest of your day. But yeah, I will see you all in a week. Bye bye.